Hello, and welcome to the Live Past Crazy Show. Your host is Yanmitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with her? Yanmitra appreciates you taking the time out to listen to the podcast, and it is her sincere hope that what we share is something that you can use to help you and someone you know live past crazy.
All right, let's try this one more time. Good morning. Good morning. All right, now let's see. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. Now, welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. Let me know if this is blurry. Hopefully this one works. We will see if it works this way. So let's try this one more time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. We are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yanmitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? I hope you guys are ready to get this morning started. I hope you enjoyed the show last week. So let's go ahead and get everything out the way. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. If they don't have that, we have a podcast. We are on Amazon Music. We are on Amazon Music. We are on iHeartRadio. We are everywhere podcasts are found. We're on Apple Music, so you can listen there. We have 7 books that they can read. They're all available on Amazon. And if they don't do that, I do have one movie called The Last Time, so they can gladly watch the movie. And if they don't want to do any of that, tell them I say good morning. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. It's going to be a great, amazing day. Hope you had a good weekend. I know I did. I rested, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to rest. So I rested and did a little work. So that was a good thing. So last week, Friday, we ended talking about take aim and what are the reasons why you're not fully committed to something and why it's not working. If you don't aim for anything, you will hit everything, and why that does not work. And to read your contract, what does your contract say in fine print? Like, what are you really signing up for? What are you signing up for? What does your contract say? And Thursday, we talked about how to become a better player. Good morning, Miss Love. How you doing? Good morning, Lucky. So, y'all, let's talk about some things. So I know this is my pet peeve. And so I try to be mindful. I make sure I'm mindful of this. So my pet peeve is that when people give me a lot of information, but they don't tell me how to do it. Like they say, oh, think positive, and they don't tell you how to do it. Or they give you all the cliche Bible verses that don't help. That doesn't do me any good. I need you to say, Jojo, do step 1, step 1, step 2. And so today we're going to, well, first, let's do the quote of the day. I forgot to do that before we get started. The quote of the day, we have 2. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. So what seeds are you planting today? Well, and we talked about that a couple of, maybe 2 months ago, about planting seeds and on your seeds label. Do you even know what you're planting? So that when you harvest it, you're not surprised about what you're getting. Do you know what you're planting? Do you know? So don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seed you plant. So now let's talk about the thought of the day. So my pet peeve is people giving me information and not telling me what to do with it. Like, I don't just want to read a book. I need you to give me some more information about that. So today we're going to talk about how would a winner think? Because we talk all the time about winning the championship. We talk about cutting our jerseys. We talk about hanging it. We talk about all the things. We talk about that as a winner, we got to make decisions. But let's talk about how would a winner think? We talk about it, right? But how do you think about it is what's important. So how do you think about it? How does a winner think? Good morning, Mama. How does a winner think? So I listed three, and please feel free to add your own. And I'm sure I will add to these as the more I think about it. But this, I was thinking about this yesterday, because it hit me yesterday. You know, I talk all the time. There's got to be a revolution on the inside, and it hit me Thursday. No, yeah, it hit me Friday. It hit me Friday at like 10 o'clock at night. That I talk all the time about I'm going to be a millionaire, right? Y'all hear me say that all the time. And it's gonna be multi, it ain't just gonna be one. But it finally hit me Friday. Like this is happening. It's not something that I'm talking about and I don't and I'm wondering how it's going, like it's some far off place. Like it is happening. It will be. And it was an amazing feeling when you finally had that revolution on the inside to know that the thought that you had is going to come to pass. Period. Like you're not just talking about it, you're not hoping and wishing. It is actually going to happen. Amazing thought. So as I was thinking this weekend, I thought about this. So as we are talking about winning and doing all the things, you got to think about, well, how does a winner think? How does a millionaire think? How does a CEO think? How does a leader think? And you are the leader for your family, whether you want that responsibility or not. You are the leader for your family. Okay, you are the person who is making those decisions. And so what do you think about, what does that look like? So I have three. Not only I have three very good starting blocks, and we will build upon them as we go later on this week. Please add your own to it as well. So number one for me is, how does a winner think? I'm thinking that losing is not an option. And that's one of my favorite quotes by myself, by Jojo Wada, is the only reason why you're losing is because you think it's an option. Losing is not an option. It may happen. Please understand, there may be some gains, there may be some things that you don't win. Okay, you may have tried and it just didn't work out. But me losing, I didn't lose because I didn't give it my all. That's not going to happen. If I'm trying to win this game, win it, whatever it is, my career, my friendship, my family, my relationship, whatever, if I lose at this thing, it's not because I didn't give it my all. I came with the intent to win. I came with the mindset that I'm winning at this thing, period, and there's no other options. So how does a winner think? Number one, we take away the option of losing. Because if the option of losing is always in the forefront of your mind or at the back of your mind, then you may not play to your full capacity. So when you step on the court of life, or you step into that friendship or that relationship or that job or that career, know that you are the leader for your family and your only option is to win. Yes. Come on, Mr. Lucky. Reshift and that's exactly, you reshift your positive energies. So even if I lose at this thing, it is not because I didn't give it my all. So how does a winner think? I take losing as an option off the table. It's not an option, period. Number two, I think positive about the action that I'm taking. Excuse me. I know my shot is going to count. So we talked about shots fired and that every shot has got to count. When I stand flat-footed to take my shot, or when I stand to go and do something, I am doing it with the positive action, knowing that this shot is going to count. And for some of us, we believe or we think that when we start out on a thing, we start out in a negative already, and you think you want to build to the positive, and that's really hard to stay there. Meaning, I'm gonna do this, but I don't think it's gonna work. Well, I'm gonna say it, but JoJo, I don't know. So a man thinketh, so is he, which goes back to number one. Losing is not an option. So when I say that positive affirmation, and please understand, in the beginning of your journey, you are borrowing somebody else's words until you believe them for yourself. That's amazing. I want you to keep doing that. But as you begin to understand those words, right, and you begin to think that you're going to win this championship, you're going to win this thing, you need to start thinking like a winner, and you need to think positive about your action. I'm going to win this. I'm going to win in my career. I am going to get this promotion. I will succeed at this thing. I will do this. And you know that the shot you getting ready to take, the email you getting ready to send, the thoughts you getting ready to have, the conversation you get ready to have, you know that it's a win-win for you, period. So we think we have confident expectations about that thing. I have confident expectations that JoJo is going to get what she says she's going to get, period. And the third thing, how does a winner think? I trust my decision-making process. I trust my decision-making process. I trust that this is the right next play. I trust that this is the right next move. I trust that this is the right next thing for me to do. I have to leave, there has to be a little room for doubt. Like, I don't want to go in doubting. I want to go in confidently, knowing that the next step that I'm taking is the next right step to accomplish the thing. Now, if your vision is here, right, and we are taking it in bite-sized pieces, I want you in that bite-sized piece to make the next right step in that bite-sized piece. And what you'll find is you will have 1,000 right-sized steps in the direction of your vision, whatever it is for you. If it's to get a better job to make more money, right? So when I worked at IBM, y'all know I was making $12.26 an hour. For me to say I want to make more money, the bite-sized pieces was, JoJo, why don't you just revamp your resume? Okay, that was a bite-sized piece. You ain't got to send it to nobody. Just redo it and look at your own skills. Sometimes you need to look at your own skills and what you bring to the table, because you forget. And if you have forgotten what you brought to the table, then you may have a hard time understanding your work. If you have forgotten what you brought to the table, you will keep negotiating down everything all the time, and then you wonder why things are not working out. Well, you accepted less out the gate. I'm asking for all things here. I'm not bringing them down here for you to meet me at them. I'm not meeting you up there. If I'm meeting you up here, I need you to come up here with me. Now, if you can't come up here with me, that's okay. But I'm not coming down. No, I'm gonna move to here, and I need you to come here. Right, Joshua. One moment, one decision at a time. So as you begin so after I understood that I want to make more money, and the simple thing for that was me to look at my resume and to not negate the greatness that I had. Like a judge, you know some things. You just forgot that you knew them. Well, now it's time for you to remind people of what you know. So now that I've done my resume over, the next right step after I looked at it and became comfortable, because sometimes you got to become comfortable with you wanting to change. You got to become comfortable with that idea. And I think that's 95% of the reason why change doesn't stick, because we're not comfortable with it. And I'm not saying, meaning I want you to be comfortable with it and knowing that you can have it. It is yours to take and you can achieve it. Some of us, we're not comfortable with it because we don't think we deserve it. So we never go forward. And that's why you need to check your thinking, because it all begins with a thought process. Every step, all of it, whichever way you look at it, it all begins with a thought process, period. And if your thought process doesn't match up, then that's when you borrow somebody else's quotes, which reminds me of my book of affirmations, bit.ly/my affirmations book. Grab your copy. It's $19.99. You can grab it on sale. As soon as you purchase it, it is emailed to you directly. It is an ebook. So you use somebody else's affirmations in their thought process until you get your own, until you can adapt your own, and then you begin to feel them and know them for yourself. Period. So as you begin that journey, right? As you begin that journey, make sure that, good morning, Miss Margaret. Happy birthday. Y'all, I think I used the wrong detergent. I used a new detergent, knowing I'm allergic to everything. That cake was beautiful. So as you begin on this journey, and you are thinking to yourself and becoming comfortable with the next right thoughts, right? And you're beginning to accept them. If you don't have them for yourself, you're borrowing them from someone else. That is okay to borrow them from someone else. Eventually, they've got to become your own. Eventually, you got to feel them in your spirit. So as I looked at my resume, knew I deserved more, and I didn't negate that fact, and I knew what I was bringing to the table. And then I became comfortable with saying, I deserve more. Become comfortable with that. I deserve more, and I'm going to get more. Become comfortable with that. And then the more comfortable you become with that, now you become ready for the next right move. So once I became comfortable with I want more, then I felt comfortable with applying for another job. And I applied for it with confidence, knowing that this job was going to be mine. Now, if I did not get the job, it was not because I did not give it my all, period, because losing was not an option. That thought process got me to Duke Hospital. It got me working for Duke University and Duke Medical Center. And then I went through the same thing. Okay, well, listen, I went from $12 to $22. And I was like, but I think, Lord, I can make more than 22. And then I went to 26. I was like, but I think I can make more than this. I went through the same steps. I looked at my resume. I reminded myself of my greatness. I remembered that I deserve more and that there's more for me to get. And then that led me to the law firm. And when I got there, it became salary, and I saw some zeros. And then I realized, well, maybe I can make more. And you see, the more comfortable you get with receiving well, you're okay with asking for well. So how does a winner think? Number one, we know that losing is not an option. I may not win this one, but it's not because I didn't give it my all. Come on, Joshua. Come on, sir. A to the men. So how does a winner think? We're going to stop talking about it. We about to be about it. And if you scared, say you scared. If you scared to ask for it, say, listen, I'm scared to ask for it. When you admit the fear of the thing, you take away the power of the thing. When you admit your fear of the thing, you take away the power of the thing. And it's the unspoken fear that keeps you stuck. It is the unspoken fear that keeps you not moving, period. So if you scared, say you scared. Look, I want to raise and I'm scared to ask because you know them people crazy and they ain't gonna have no money and they ain't gonna. Well, you've never asked them, and you have not because you ask not. And when you ask a mismeaning. When you ask, can I have a raise? You already thinking you can't get it. So there's that. So now what you gonna do? So how does a winner think? We think that losing is not an option. Right, Joshua. And it is absolutely okay to be scared, honey, because plenty of times JoJo is scared. But what is happening? It has got to ride with me anyway. Fear is not stopping this little red train. It's not stopping. It ain't going nowhere. I'm fixing to go and see. It ain't going to tell me I can't have it. I'm not looking in the face. Absolutely. It can absolutely be a great motivator. What you cannot do is allow it to stop you. You cannot allow it to stop you. Oh Lord, please understand, to ask for help is we'll have to do a whole show on that, because I went through some things not asking for help in the beginning, but I figured that part out. So number one, losing is not an option. It may not happen, but it's not because I didn't give it my all, right? Number two, think a positive action. Think positively about the action you get ready to take. I know my shot is going to make it. I am shooting this shot. There have been plenty of times I sent out proposals and I sent it out and I said, yes, this is mine. And it was mine. I sent out thoughts and emails, this will come to pass, and it did. I put positive energy behind what I was saying. And let me tell you, your words will reflect the energy that you present. I like that. Your words will reflect the energy you present. Meaning, if I send that email, and as I'm typing that email or that proposal or whatever, or that conversation I know I need to have, whatever it is, as I'm saying it, if I'm typing, and I'm thinking, I'm typing positive words, but I'm thinking, this ain't gonna work, this ain't for me, I can't make this happen, this ain't gonna do this, then I'm attaching my negative energy to the positive words, and it's not gonna work. Because as I'm saying that I want something good to come from this, I'm typing negative, and only negative is going to come back to me. Only negative is going to come, because I've already said in the back of my mind, I'm not going to get it, even though I'm typing positive. I'm believing in my mindset that I'm not going to get this. So it doesn't matter the positive that you put forward. I think I need to have a positive expectation about the action that I'm taking. And I know that my shot is going to count. Yes, absolutely, Joshua. Good morning, Miss Joe. And that goes back to number one. If I lose, it's not because I didn't give it my all, right? If we going toward the championship, we fixing to win it, and if we lose a game, we go back to the playbook, we reassess, and we keep moving. So how does a winner think? We think that losing is not an option. And when I typed, as I was sending out proposals last night at midnight, the thought behind the proposal, the thought as I was typing was, this is amazing, JoJo. This is so good. There's no way in the world they're going to tell you no. You are brilliant with your words. You are a great honey. We put all the positive everything on that email, on that proposal. And we hit send. I had confident expectations that I'm going to hear from this person in the morning with confident expectations that this is mine. And that's period. So losing is not an option. And if I do lose, it's not because I didn't give it my all. I'm not attaching any negative words to it. Number two, I think positive about the action I'm taking. I know my shot is going in. I'm not shooting this shot hoping and thinking, oh, well, maybe it'll go in. No. If I'm on the line, I'm shooting a free throw, or if it's 60 seconds down on the game and I'm taking a winning shot, I'm taking that shot with confident expectations that it's going in. And number three, how does a winner think? I trust my decision-making ability. Yes, it leaves clues. Absolutely. I trust my decision-making process, that this is the right next thing. This is the right next move. This is the right next thing. And trusting that you're making the next right move, you got to have confidence in yourself. Yo, you got to have confidence in yourself that you can make the right decision. You have to be confident that you are the CEO of your life, that these are the changes you're making, and this is what's getting ready to happen. Period. And so if you don't think that, right, then you have negative expectations. And if you put negative energy with a positive thought, The energy is what counts. Because if you don't believe that you can achieve that thing, what are we working towards? What are we working towards? If I don't believe that I can win, what am I working towards? What am I doing? What am I aiming for? Because we talked about that Friday. If I don't think I can win, why am I playing on Team Abundance? If I don't think I can win, why am I over here trying to at some point, y'all, we got to think that we're going to win this thing. At some point. So how does a winner think? And y'all, I finally got it on Thursday at 9:19. It was 9:19 at night on the 23rd. That was Friday, October the 23rd at 9:19. I got it. Now, it finally hit me that this will be so. It's not a far off place. It's not something I'm hoping and dreaming for. This will happen. So how does a winner think? I have confident expectations. We're not just going to talk about it. We're going to be about it. We're going to, at least for me, I want to share whatever I have learned, right? Along the way, so that you don't have to do it the hard way. We can all win this thing together. Come on, Joshua. A to the men. And some of us, we don't even see it that way. We are so busy looking at the negative that even in my lack, I need to see my abundance. And me seeing my abundance is, like Joshua said, I woke up this morning. I'm on, as my grandpa say, I'm on this side of the living. Everything else is extra. I should then be excited to put forth my effort to do something. Period. Now, if you choose not to exercise your effort, to put forth any effort into your life, then that's no one's problem but your own. So now you can't blame your situation or your current reality for what's happening because you're not trying to impact it. You're not trying to change it. So if you're sick in the body and you woke up on this side of the living, right? Especially if it's an illness. Let's just say let's take a easy one, high blood pressure. Let's take diabetes. All of these can be reversed, right? All of these can be, yes, that's what people say. My grandpa said that all the time, cooling board. So if I woke up this morning and I had something and I'm not excited about my life, right? Or I woke up this morning, I'm on this side of the living, and there's something immediately I could do that could impact my reality instantaneously. And one of them could be, maybe I can eat right today to get my blood pressure under control. Maybe I could exercise to get my body, to get the weight off. Maybe I could do this. If I'm not willing to do anything in the affirmative to change my situation, I want you to accept that situation as something that you like. Now, you can argue and say, JoJo, listen, reversing diabetes is hard. High blood pressure is hard. Losing weight is hard. But I ain't saying it's easy. What I'm saying is you woke up on this side of the living. What are you going to do to impact your reality today? Today, you were given an opportunity. Today, you were given a miracle. Today, you were given yet another chance to do something with the physical body that you were given. Whatever ailment it carries right now, what are you fixing to do with this body? Does that mean I sit here and say, oh, I can't move my leg, and you never try? Or I can't reverse high blood pressure because I like to eat this way and I ain't fixing to do this. Or yeah, I'm diabetic, but I like this. So you advocating for your illness. Some of us advocate for our sickness. We advocate for our illness and our sickness every day, and we'll get mad and cuss people out the moment they suggest that you could live better. Because some of us are addicted to sickness. We are addicted to lack. We are addicted to the less than. Period. Good morning, Miss Stars. Listen, Miss Margaret, it's hard living sick. It is hard. And you're honoring that sickness. And listen, if you honor your sickness, by all means, continue to do that. I'm just offering you perhaps a different way to think or to look at stuff. But you cannot complain if you're not willing to impact your immediate environment. So how would a winner think? Yes, we do have stinking thinking. So how would a winner think about that situation? Know that you are a winner. You are the only one who's telling yourself that you're losing. Nobody said JoJo was losing at anything. JoJo said that. And then JoJo believed it. And then JoJo lived it out and worked it out. She believed that she was going to lose at everything. So that's what she set out to do, to lose. So how would a winner think? You need to start asking yourself that. How does a winner think? Yes, these are just suggestions. These are questions that y'all know the rule. If I ask myself this question, I'm going to ask it to y'all. Period. How does a winner think? Number one, losing is not an option. It may not happen. I may not win this game. I may not win this round, but it's not because I didn't give it my all. That's not why I lost. Me putting forth my full efforts is not the reason why I lost. Number two, I think positive about the action I'm taking. I know my shot is going to count. I'm shooting every shot. I have practiced it 1,000 times, and I have a confident expectations. Come on, Joshua, talk to me, boo. How can you expect movement of any situation if you don't implement it? You can't. And that, my friend, is how you begin to accept your less than. That's how you can accept that your prayers will never be answered. That's how you can accept that life will never be better. Oh, I'm never going to leave here. It's always going to be hard. Woe is me. I can't do this. I can't do that. I don't like this. And the minute you accept that, there's nothing anybody can do. The minute you decide to accept that, there's nothing anybody can do to help you. They can offer you all the riches in the land. They can give you perfect health. But until your mindset changes to say, yes, I am a winner. Yes, I deserve this. Yes, I can have this. Until you accept that part, you will advocate for your lack and you will take up for it. And you will assume, I'm too old to have it, so I'm just going to die old and feeble. Who the hell told you that? That makes me angry. That makes me so mad. Like, I legit get mad. So you mean to tell me because you are this age that life has stopped when you still living? Please, as Rosie say, make that make sense to me. You tell me you can't have a better life. You can't have the money. You can't have the relationship. You can't have the friendship. You can't go. You can't do. You can't have the love. You can't have none of that because you're too old, but yet you're living. And every day that you're living, you have an opportunity to do something to change it for the better, but you insist on convincing the creator, the God himself, who gave you life and breath yet another day, that it's not possible for you. So you're going to die miserable, mad, upset, angry, broke, alone, not feeling love. You're going to die with all of that because you assume because there's a number attached to this body and not your mind that you can't have it. That doesn't make logical sense to me. And I get upset about that. That makes me angry. That makes me angry. So you have the opportunity to live life every morning that you wake up, but yet you choose to quantify your not living by the fact that you're this old. Well, and you have this amount of money. Nobody asked you how old you were. Nobody asked you about your money. Nobody asked you about this thing. What we're asking is, did you wake up this morning with the opportunity to do something different? If the answer is yes, then do something different. Now, if you woke up this morning and you are content with where you are, with your lack and your age being the reason why you don't do something, and where you live being the reason why you can't go, and your mindset saying that you can't have, if you're okay with that, there should never be another mumbling word of complaint that falls from your lips. It should only be praise and expectations that I'm living the life that I want to live. Now, at any point, none of that agrees with your whole soul, then you should be working towards it to understand how you can immediately change that. And it's not hard, boo. It's not hard. What's hard is making a decision to do something, to follow through with the action of it. That burns my biscuit. That burns my biscuit. That's my little soapbox, and I'm off of it. But I think that way, and I'm so passionate about it, and I feel that way because I see the greatness in so many people, and I see how they allow their greatness to disintegrate and to die and to wither and rot and spore in front of their face. And as their greatness withers and rots and spores in front of their face, they're looking at it, convinced that they can't do nothing about it. And that is not true. That, my friend, is not true. That, if you want to talk about the devil, the trick of the enemy, that is, there it is right there. It is your mindset and you assuming you can't change your current reality, boo. And if you accept that, then you have accepted your plight in life, that you will never have, go, be, see, do, or understand. But there's absolutely greatness out there for you. Your age does not matter. The illness upon your body does not matter, because your mind is still present. And if your mind can conceive a thing, it can think a thing, then you can move on a thing, and you will begin to think like a winner. And how does a winner think? We say losing is not an option. The only reason why you lose it now is because you think losing is an option. It's not. It is not an option. We're going to think positive and have confident expectations about the actions we're taking. I know my shot is going to count. I know I'm going to win. And number 3, I'm going to trust my decision-making process. I know this is the right move. Some of us have doubted ourselves for so long that you doubt that you could even make a decision, so you don't make a decision, which is you making one to accept your current reality. Does that make sense for you? So you don't trust yourself to make a decision, so you make a decision to stay where you are, in a place, in a space, mentally, emotionally, and physically, that you hate. But you're scared to make a decision, but you just made one. You trust your fear more than you trust your faith. Do you trust your fear more than you trust your faith? I just want to know. And if that is so, that's okay. Because I want to take some things out of the equation. If I am trusting my fear more than I trust my faith, I want to take some things out of your equation for you. I want to make life easy for you. If you're trusting your fear and you've exercised your fear muscle and it is extremely strong, I want you to begin to get comfortable with your current reality, because it's never going to change. It's not going to change. You will always be broke. You will never have enough money. There will never be enough food in your house. You will never have the car that you dreamed of. You will never travel to the place that you want to go. You will never get on that plane. You will never get on that boat. You will never see the world outside of the four corners of your house, of your state, of your mind. You will never see those things. So I want to remove all of that I want to make it easy for you. So if you are insisting upon that you cannot impact your current reality, I want you to become comfortable with where you are. Either you want to deal with the comfort of crazy or the discipline of freedom. There's no in between. There's no other way around it. And my friend, this is how you can say, this is how you can say, she thinks she's better than everybody else. No, she believed she deserved better. She thought like a winner. She said losing is not an option. I'm having positive and confident expectations. She trusted her next right steps and she did something about it. And if you choose not to do anything about it, no one is responsible for that other than you. So I want you to get comfortable with where you are. I want you to get comfortable with never going, never seeing, never knowing, accepting less than. Because at that moment, you're trusting your fear more than you trust your faith. And you can say, I have faith in God. Your faith in God is how much faith you have in yourself. If you have faith in God that He can bring you out, He will. Because your faith in yourself is your faith in God. Because if you have faith in God, that is believing that the God inside of you is enough to make this to happen, that it's going to come to pass. But if you don't have faith in yourself, which equates your faith in God, then it will not change. That's how some people can say the same prayer over and over and over and over again. Come on, Lucky. Anything you desire, you can have. And you can read every Bible in the world, every religion, every scientific thought. They all desire the same thing, that you realize the power of your mind, that you can have whatever you say, that your words are powerful, and you can immediately change your environment. And if you don't think you can, if you think there's nothing you can do because you insist on honoring the number that you are, oh, I'm 75, I'm 80, I can't, then you won't. So I want you to become comfortable with your lack. I want you to enjoy the rest of your life in what you're accepting. Because I'm a firm believer, you can't tell me you hate it, you don't like it, and then you do nothing about it. And you complain about your current situation and assume you can't do it. They can't go hand in hand. I can't complain and not want to change. On this amazing day, it's going to be a beautiful day. I promise. I promise it's going to be an amazing day. Right, Joshua? I'm not going back. What I'm not, I need there to be a revolution on the inside of you. Period. When that revolution begins to take place and you begin to understand and know things in a positive that can and will happen if you apply the thing. If you apply it. If you insist on not applying it, there's nothing anybody can do. That's why people can know all the things and not implement none of the things. Period. So today, I want us to be grateful and thankful that we are on this side of the living, right? And that today is yet another opportunity for you to impact your current reality. Your words will reflect the energy you present. So if your energy says, I'm nothing, I'm nobody, I have no money, I can't do this, I can't do that, then the words, if you feel that, then those are the words that's going to come out of your mouth, and those are the words that's going to create your reality. If you feel that you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are brilliant, you are a millionaire, you are all things positive, then the words that come out of your mouth will match how you feel, and it will change your current reality. Your feelings, your thoughts, your words, your reality. Your feelings, your thoughts, your words, your reality. Your feelings, your thoughts, your words, your reality. They all go hand in hand. Can I write that down? Because I like that. Your feelings, your thoughts, your words are your reality. Period. And I wanted to make it very simple. I don't want this to be hard. Once I figured out that it's not hard, once I figured that out, things begin. I'm sure Joshua and Margaret can understand. Once you figured out some things, then it stopped being as hard. So on this lovely day, you are a winner. I want you to think like one. The quote of the day: don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. And that's by Robert Stevenson. What seeds are you planting today? Today, the fearless thought of the day is: how would a winner think? We talk about it, but it is what do you think about it? How does a winner think? So we have three things. One, losing is not an option. It may not happen. We may not win, but it ain't because we didn't give it our all. Number two, we think positive about the action that we're taking. I know my shot is going in. I know this is counting. Number three, I trust my decision-making process. I know that this is the next right step. You ain't got to, and here's the thing, boo, you ain't got to know all 1.5 million other steps you need to take. You just need to know the next one, where to pick up your foot and put it down. That little bitty shuffle. That's all you need to know. The rest will come. Your words will reflect the energy you present. Do you trust your fears more than you trust your faith? Your feelings, your thoughts, your words are your reality. Your feelings, your thoughts, your words, they are your reality. So on this amazing day, I want you to be peaceful, period, because there's absolutely nothing after that. I want you to be amazing. The quote from Friday: you are a rare gem and exclusive. You are a limited edition. There's only one of you, and you are required to have an amazing day. So on this lovely day, I hope this has helped somebody today. If it has, please let me know so I know that I'm not talking to myself. Because let me tell you, everything I've said are words that I have said to myself. And I had to come to the realization for JoJo. And then when I figured that out for myself, the amount of things that became so much easier was beyond comprehension, beyond it. So on this lovely day, please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel where they can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows. Don't forget, my affirmations book is now up for sale. It is an ebook, and as soon as you purchase it, it will come to your email. If you would like a Team Abundance t-shirt, here we go. You can order one there. Yeah, we are on this journey together. Team Abundance manual is coming out. This week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I am hosting a domestic violence summit. It begins at 7 p.m. here on Facebook Live with a few lovely ladies, and we're going to be talking about life after domestic violence and what that looks like. So I invite you to join me. That's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7 p.m. We will be talking about some things, and we will be offering some packages after that. So make sure you check it out. So I hope you have an amazing day. I want you to be peaceful, period. Please make sure you share the show. And if you share it, please let me know so I can properly tell you thank you. And I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.
Thank you again for listening to the Live Past Crazy Show with Yanmitra Jojo. She is the only Live Past Crazy specialist, and she is glad you spent your time with her. If you would like to know more about why she knows crazy and about her journey, she invites you to check out her website, www.livepastcrazy.com, as well as follow her on social media. Yanmitra is her tag for IG, Twitter, and Facebook, JANMETRA. She also invites you to join her on the Fearless Morning Show, weekdays at 7:15 a.m. on Facebook Live. Again, you can find us on Facebook with the Fearless Morning Show page or by name. Remember, as a result of working with the only Live Past Crazy specialists, individuals are able to identify the crazy in their lives and develop a specific blueprint to begin to live past crazy. Do you know anybody who needs to live past crazy? Then send them over her way, because there is life after crazy. Be peaceful, period. And Yanmitra will see you guys on the next show.